Hey everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Bitcoin in real life. I just wanted to just quickly kind of do this real quick. The Bitcoin documentary, The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin. I don't know, this user here has uploaded it. I'm surprised they haven't taken it out or anything. I've seen a couple of these, and they always lead you to another site and making you sign up for it and everything. I have not seen this yet. And so I guess I was lucky enough to do this. Obviously, right here, if you look down here, it says, "Note: I did not make this. I'm simply uploading for others to watch and enjoy." Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been wanting to see it. People who know I trade Bitcoin but aren't involved in Bitcoin, like the teller at Wells Fargo when I was banking at Wells Fargo, told me that he saw this and he was very interested in Bitcoin. Kind of weird. That was almost about a year ago. Um, anyways, it's kind of interesting to watch all this. You see a lot of the oh, characters of yesteryear past, um, talk about things. Very interesting. It's kind of a reflection in looking back and everything, and the whole craze at the time. I believe it was a craze, but at the same time, it was the beginning. I think it really the beginning of um, awareness, and also about the time when I got involved, actually around 2013. But it was quite a you know the memories I get from all this is hilarious because I actually lived through all that, experienced some of that, reported on some of that, documented some of this. Um, Very interesting. Anyways, I'm just gonna cut in and cut out. I guess in this episode, I'll title it "Bitcoin in Real Life: The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin." Um, yes, I did watch it, and but I've been wanting to watch it for a while. Finally did, and I have to admit it was a good documentary. I enjoy watching documentaries. Um, they're a snapshot into history in some sense. Anyways, let me cut out and I'll cut back in later. Hey everyone, I'm cutting back in and just enjoying the blue sky out here in LA. Well, not LA. If you want to know where I am, there, if you can see that, that is Universal Studios, Universal City, and you can see the new little Harry Potter exhibit that they just built. Um, it's easier if you just come out here and go to Costco and buy the year pass, which is like I don't know. They raised the price. It used to be like $70, and then they raised the price to 90. Now it's about 100 because the price at the gate is like 150, 180. But if you just go to Costco, and it's kind of stupid, they sell the tickets at Costco for year passes for like $100. And your first day, they can't black you out, but they pretty much black you out like on the busy summertime, the summer peak season. But you can see the Comcast NBC Universal building right there. But anyways, you seen from my last episode, I just got off the plane. Been here for a few days to meet with my miner. I have miners all over the place. If you're a miner, specifically a Bitcoin miner, or if you have a lot of Bitcoins, um, and you can find a way to contact me, I'll be more than happy to give you cash for all your Bitcoins. No limit whatsoever, whatever it takes. The problem isn't getting the cash. Cash is abundant, and cash is infinite. Bitcoin is is not, no matter what anybody says. So my problem has always been, can I get enough Bitcoin? Can I buy enough Bitcoin? And the answer has always been no. I can never buy enough, because as the difficulty has increased, a lot of miners have dropped out. It seems like a lot of Bitcoiners have stopped, Bitcoining. It's been harder and harder to get Bitcoin, even though I've been fortunate enough to still get some, and it's getting better for me. But the Bitfinex hack, a lot of these exchanges, so-called exchanges, won't even let you buy any Bitcoin. And if you do buy Bitcoin, they only let you buy a certain amount. And if you buy like a lot, they freak out and don't want you to buy all their Bitcoin. And then if you try to sell your Bitcoin, they don't even want you to sell your Bitcoin to them. It's kind of stupid, really. Oh, and let me cut out here a little bit. All right, sorry about that. Just want to get a different view. You can see over there is Burbank. You see at Warner Brothers Studios. What else? Walt Disney. Pretty much good entertainment over there. That side over there. There's really the Burbank down there where all the common people live. This part of Burbank is basically where all the entertainment business is. Anyways, like I was saying, it's kind of strange when you become a Bitcoin investor. Like, you buy Bitcoin, you don't invest in companies that are somewhat related to Bitcoin. But when you actually go out and try to buy Bitcoin, it's hard, because even Coinbase, you try to buy a lot of Bitcoin from Coinbase, they won't let you. My whole experience with Coinbase was, it takes a week, and then if the price goes up, they cancel your order. If the price goes down, they'll let the order go through. They're basically taking advantage of that week period to determine whether they want to sell you the Bitcoin or not. Or even if you sell the Bitcoin, if the price goes up, they'll take it. If the price goes down, they'll reject it. So that's just bullshit all the way. I don't even bother with Circle or any of these other exchanges, these so-called exchanges, because I really think they have no intention of really letting you buy as much Bitcoin or sell as much Bitcoin as you want. They're just, I don't know what they're there for, really. But it's always been my experience. I don't know if it's unique to me, but it's always been hard to buy Bitcoin for some reason. And I'm not sure exactly why. Even though I'll have the money to do it. Again, money is, the cash is not the problem. There's an infinite amount of cash that can be created in this world, in the physical world. The way the banking and the banking system's set up, you can infinitely create money, to infinity. But Bitcoin, you can't. You can't. Can't do it. So, anyways, I'm going to take a little walk around. It's a really beautiful day out here, and I'll just take a little walk. Let me cut out here for a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're a miner, or if you have a lot of Bitcoins and you're interested in selling them, feel free to try to contact me somehow if you can. I'll buy them all up. I don't care what people say about Bitcoin, whether it takes too long on the transactions, whatever excuses they got. That's their excuse. I don't have an excuse. I don't make up excuses for reasons why not to obtain any Bitcoin or trade Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin or do whatever. I don't see a need to really get into any other cryptocurrencies, me personally, but that's just me. Am I wrong about that? I don't think so. But if you're a miner, if you have a lot of Bitcoins and you're looking for someone to buy them, contact me somehow. I'm not going to let you know how to contact me. It's just got to be, you're just gonna have to seek me out somehow. Anyways, let me get to walking a little bit. So we'll be right back. All right. Okay. Oh, what a beautiful day. So anyways, I'm in the part of Southern California where maybe, I don't know now, but there was I'm not sure, but I think there was a law passed in California where if you're making a porn movie, you have to use condoms, and of course people who watch porn don't like to see that. They want to see, like, the dick really go into the pussy and all that stuff. So the part of Southern California I'm at is kind of known as the I guess the porn capital of the world part of California, like somewhere between Hollywood and north of that, the San Gabriel Valley. I'm kind of right in between, right in the middle of all that. So it's kind of interesting, but I know a lot of that has killed the porn industry out here in Southern California. And believe it or not, all that porn has moved to Miami now, where they don't have any laws for you to make porn where you got to wear a condom. That's what I heard. Anyways, not sure if that's true or not. Just walking down here to get away from the traffic, the main traffic. So at one point in time, I used to actually go to Glendale High School. That's how I know. I used to live out here before I moved to Texas. But now that I come back, I mean, California really seems like a foreign country. It just seems so strange out here, and the way they got everything set up. Weird part is I used to be a Californian. So anyways, so some of the things that's been going on is I've had some people call me, Bitcoin related stuff, who I try to partner up with, and then they call me out of the blue. It's just kind of weird. People are strange when it comes to money, and especially Bitcoin. And the problem is you don't know until you actually do something. And I have to go through 100 people to find the one person that gets it. And keep in mind, these are people that already use Bitcoin, already buy Bitcoin from me. You think they would just get it, right? But no, they don't. Even Bitcoiners don't get Bitcoin sometimes. At least a lot of the people I interact. I mean, well, I'll tell you one experience I had where I met this person face to face at my attorney's office, and so to do a large transaction. And so we do a couple trades. He knows me. We sat down and had lunch and everything, and it was weird. This guy was really scammy. Every time we meet, he would try to talk down the price, or he wanted me to hurry, or all this weird stuff. It was just too strange. And one time he went to like 5 different banks that I had a bank account with, and he would refuse to deposit cash unless I was available right then and there to send him Bitcoin, which it turns out I think this guy's plan was to basically what was his name? his name was Robert something. He had a Mexican name something and everything. He used to trade on local Bitcoins. This guy was really scammy. Anyways, he was banned from local Bitcoins, and I ended up doxing him or giving some information out where other people doxed him, and he was selling like Potcoin. He was trying to sell Potcoin and shit. His name and his picture of him was on the Potcoin website out of Canada and shit. And after he was doxed for being a scammy Bitcoin trader, his picture, his name, his LinkedIn account, his Facebook, his Google account, all that shit was deleted. These are the kind of people that are in Bitcoin. And just goes to show that even Bitcoiners don't understand Bitcoin. Wow, kind of nice. It's a really nice place right here. Anyways, so even Bitcoiners, aren't really right for Bitcoin. And you kind of see that now. A lot of people going to different cryptocurrencies, going to new cryptocurrencies, and all the really scammy things and weird things, So that was one instance. Let me see. Another instance was, I get a lot of people who claim to be somebody, which I really believe they're not that person. They're really a third party, kind of like a man in the middle, except they don't like do the man in the middle attack. They actually are trying to do something. They're brokers, pretty much. They're just arranging the trade, but they don't want anybody else to know, just in case somebody they do an exit scam or some weird shit like that. So, and the way I know is, I'll try to meet them, and all of a sudden, their phone gets dropped in the toilet, or they lost their phone, and they contact me a couple days. Anyways, after a while, I just get tired of this. I'm not looking for fake people. I'm not looking for you 99% people. I'm looking for the 1%er. The one who's going to take this all the way. The one who's going to bring forth the new world. The new world order. The way things ought to be right now. I'm not looking for more of the old world people. The scammers, the liars, the cheaters, deceivers. Or the people who never materialize themselves, because if you're not real, then how do you ever expect to make the new world real? It's never going to happen with those 99% people, the 99%ers. Now, I'm not talking about the 99% of the population. I'm talking about the 100% of the 100 people that I try to meet with. Only one actually come through all the way. The 1%. And I know during the financial crisis, everyone was angry at the 1% people. But the reality is, and the truth is, whether you like it or not, those 1%ers, they make the world go round. They make shit real. All you other motherfuckers don't contribute in any meaningful way. Don't make a world a better place. It's just money for you. That's all it is. You just see dollar signs in reality. Those Bitcoiners, right? Bitcoiners, they're not real Bitcoiners. They're infiltrators from the old world, coming in to sabotage, destroy the coming of the new world. So you will be careful. When I said you'll be deceived, you will. When I say you'll be led astray, you will. And when I say you'll be killed for your Bitcoin, you will. At least they'll attempt to do so. And if you have a weak hand, like a lot of people have weak hands, you'll give in. And sometimes I think that's what's going on a lot of times. People who have weak hands, excuse me, there you go. Sorry, I had to wipe my eye there. Sometimes people who give in too easily, they have weak hands. And for those people, my message to you is, you got to have a strong hand. You got to have strong faith, strong belief, and what you're doing is right. And never to give up. Always believe in what you believe. Stay true to yourself. Because if you can't do that with something like Bitcoin that you're supposedly passionate about, you'll never do that with anything else in your life. That's just reality. So, you know, getting good exercise here. You know, and the other thing is, I try to meet people, and most of the time, I feel like I didn't meet anyone at all. You know, it seems as if so many people are so shallow these days. Their interest is their own self-interest, and they have no interest in anything else in the world other than themselves. Which, you know, it's that should be right, but at the same time, if everyone is only interested in themselves, then nothing would get done. The world will never become a better place. The new world will never arrive. Anyways, let me cut out and I'll cut back in later. Just enjoying the walk out here in Southern California. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm cutting back in, and this episode here is I'm going to talk about this because I've read this. It's on, of course, it's on the Steemit website here. See if I can get that. There you go. So it's on the Steemit website. I do lurk a lot because I am kind of curious to see what this is all about, and so far, well, as you know, my stance is I don't do anything unless it's 3 years, and that's when I'll just start looking at it and really researching it. Then after the 5th year, I might get involved. So, but until then, I mean, I'm more than happy to entertain myself and read all these so-called blogs and stuff that's going on here. But I wanted to talk about this in particular, this episode, because after watching, it's not much of a debate, but more of a conversation. But I have to admit that a lot of what this gentleman right here, Tone Vays, not really his real name, and this gentleman right here, which I don't know his name. Oh, Jeff. Oh, it says right here, Jeff Berwick, which I don't know if that's his real name. Sometimes I wonder if, and which is okay, because your virtual identity doesn't necessarily have to be your real world identity. But anyways, I do agree a lot with Tone Vays, not because I'm a quote-unquote Bitcoin maximalist. It's just that I know that the model of Steemit it just seems unsustainable. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's not very sustainable, because you have to think about where is all this money coming from, right? You have a model here where producers are paid to produce, right? Content producers are paid to produce, and the way they get, the way the monetization's been allocated is based on how much likes you have or upvotes, and not only how many, but who in particular. So the business model is basically you get paid by how many people upvote you and who upvotes you and how much quote unquote steam power. So I'm asking myself, okay, that's interesting. Content providers get content, but the model that I'm used to, and that's typically has been successful business model, or even just a successful model, is that there are consumers and then there are producers, and in between that, the people who supply are able to supply the consumers from the producers. So if I was to take that same model, I guess I would be the consumer because I'm not producing anything on here, and I'm receiving this content. I'm consuming this content. In other words, I'm receiving the content is pretty much consuming this content. And then I guess the people who contribute are the producers, right? They produce content. And Steam is the go-between. They are the supply chain between the producers and the consumers. So usually what happens is that the producers, people who provide content, their time, their energy, effort, whatever, their creativity is what they're producing. Information, point of view, popularity, whatever. They're producing something for us, me, to consume, but without the platform of Steemit, it wouldn't be possible. So usually the producers produce, Steemit provides the platform, and I, as a consumer, consume. And typically the consumer pays to view the content, and Steam is the platform in which that content's available. And so I pay Steam, Steam pays the producers, right? And then the producers, through some magical way, through economy, provide their money back into the economy, where I would, if I did work, or maybe I produce something else other than content or service, I'm able to receive that money back, right? And it's a little cycle, right? The cycle of life, the cycle of money, the cycle, right? Life cycle. So, but in this case, the producers get paid by the platform. So where are the consumers? Where is the money coming from? Well, in this weird scenario, the producers are also the consumers. You're expected to put your hard work and effort back into Steemit. And if you don't produce great content, well, guess what? You can buy Steam dollars and get some Steam power. Another thing you can do is also providing content is comment or upvoting. You're curating, and that way you're basically a free employee of Steemit. You get to curate the platform, so you get compensated that way. But still, that doesn't answer the question of where does the money come from, right? Where does it come from? So either there is no money to come from it because all this Steam dollars, Steam power, and Steam is nothing more than just uh, just that, a token, just a token. That's it. No value whatsoever. Um, I think what's really going on is the people who actually started Steam and Steam dollars, and who were the early pre-mine uh, or the early miners, um, early miners who got a lot of Steam dollars or Steam power, whatever. I mean, Tone Vays mentions that I think over 90% or 95% is locked up in Steam power, and those are from what they call whales, the Steam whales, which would probably be the early miners of Steam dollars or Steam power. Well, they're the original, I guess you could say, investors, and the money you're receiving are basically coming from them, and then anybody else who paid into the platform by buying Steam dollars and converting it back. So all the people who are receiving money and then putting it in Steam power, all you're doing is giving it right back to them. They're giving it to you and you're giving it back to them, right? Eventually, I just don't see how this is sustainable in any meaningful way, other than the requirement that more people not only join Steam, but also buy Steam dollars. I know a lot of the people who are very popular who join Steam, all of them say, don't buy Steam dollars. Go on there, do your thing. If you get the money, you can take it out. Some have chosen to reinvest it. But in my opinion, I just don't see how this is sustainable. I haven't read the white paper or anything, but just from watching other videos and just going onto the site and hearing what other people have to say about Steam and how it works, I just don't see how this is gonna sustain itself. It's almost like you're gonna, you know, I don't want to be crude or anything. It's almost like you're gonna eat your own shit and expect to live forever. So you eat something, you eat whatever food, and then you shit it out, and then you eat your shit, and you're expecting to live forever that way. That's the only closest thing I can come to this. I don't know what else to say. I mean, a lot of people are coming here and saying I'm on Steam now, and you know, I don't know. It just seems so weird. And Charlie Shrem is on Steam now. I just watched, if you've seen some of the earlier videos that I put all together in this episode, the rise of Bitcoin. It was kind of really funny to see all those characters back when that documentary was produced, and to see him now. It's not funny, but it was just a throwback, back in the day. My goodness. But that's what I want to talk about today is I just don't see. And if anybody out there want to explain that to me, do a video response, make a comment, please do. I just don't see. I don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't. I understand why Bitcoin works because fiat currencies can be created to infinity. And you use Bitcoin to create fiat currency out of thin air. That's what Bitcoin does really well. But this whole relation to Steam and Steam dollars and Steam power, I just it seems like to me, and I watched the video, I listened to both sides, and yes, if you take your money out right now, you can. But I think, like all good I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say what I think it is. It's not a Ponzi scheme per se, but it is a pyramid scheme. Um, if you want to go a little further, you could say it's a diamond. So it's basically a pyramid on both sides, right? A pyramid going up and a pyramid going down, making a diamond, which ironically is also the symbol of Ethereum. Um, so so basically, what this is to get people in, you pay them, right? Kind of like hey, if you buy my shoes for $10, I'll give you $1. Does that sound like a great deal? Oh yeah, you know. Anyways, my point is that it's, you know, you get the early users to come in, you pay them, and I can understand why people would think of this as a Ponzi scheme because you're not really giving any money. But if you want to think of it not as a Ponzi scheme, think of it as a pyramid scheme where you don't have to necessarily pay any money, you just have to join and then get other people to join. And those people get other people to join. And then those people get other people to join. And you can see how it becomes like a pyramid. And just to get them joined is the whole point of paying out early users, is like advertising, free advertising. Not really free, but if you're going to pay, it really reminds me a lot of the early internet.com where people were paid to join and it was considered advertising. It's better than paying money to a magazine or a commercial or a billboard. You pay people, and then people talk about it and tell other people to come here. And as time goes on, I think unless more users come in and then they want to make more money or they want to make more Steam dollars or whatever, they're probably going to be talked into buying Steam dollars, or if, you know, buying Steam dollars to pump up their Steam power. And I've already seen people already trying to get other people to come in here and buy Steam dollars and reinvest your Steam. So if you're going to reinvest your Steam, that means you're not getting your money. You're not realizing your money. And if you're not going to realize your money, guess what? You don't have any money. And my greatest fear and my concern is that you know, people will buy Steam dollars, try to power up, try to do content, try to curate, and then not get any money. They're just going to get a fraction. So if I put, it's like buy my shoes for $10, I'll give you $1. So you're going to buy Steam dollars only to get a fraction of that back. And you know, it's just for me right now, this whole thing about how people make $15,000 off of one post is just a marketing ploy to get other people to come on to Steam. And then once you come on to Steam, you realize you're not going to get anywhere because no one's upvoting you. And then you're going to get desperate because this is the new paradigm shift, right? And you're going to you're probably going to try to go buy Steam dollars so you can power up, and in hopes that now you can start making money or your votes, or it's really strange. I don't understand it, and if I don't understand it, and I'm really trying to understand it, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It seems too complicated. You know, it just seems too complicated to me. It seems like a very sophisticated mousetrap. Matter of fact, it's like playing Mousetrap. Just really complicated game in which right now I just don't want to be a part of. And the reason I'm making a video is because it is related to Bitcoin, and because apparently what a lot of people do is, the way to get into it is you got to trade your Bitcoin to get the Steam dollars, You know, I mean, you and to get out, a lot of people are just trading Bitcoin or trading their Steam dollars for Bitcoin to get out. And so I just hate for I just don't like to see people, um, you know, lose their hard work and effort and their time, waste their time, their money, you know, when they could be really putting it to something else that really I think is more beneficial. That's just my opinion. If you're already doing it, great. If you're already making money, that is great. I would just go ahead and take your money out. Um, you know, because I just hate to see the site one day just go down and then the $100,000 that you have, well, was it really your was it really $100,000? What point is having 100,000 Steam dollars if you can't use it, right? What's the point of having a million gazillion billion dollars US dollars if no one accepts it? If you can't buy anything with it, if you can't buy food, you know, it's pointless. Um, Money is meant to be used. It's not meant to be hoarded. Um, you know, use it. Use it to enrich your life, enrich others. So, anyways, that's the conclusion of my episode today. Feel free to like, dislike, do a video. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, dislike, leave a comment, do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.